If you have high ping or packet loss issues, I'm going to be teaching you guys everything that you need to know to fix them in this video. First thing we're going to want to do before we get into any optimizations to your PC is going to your search bar, typing in create a restore point. Once you open this, you'll want to click create, and for the sake of the video, I'm going to name it fix packet loss. Once this is created, if at any point you don't like the changes or something goes wrong, you can go back to this restore point. But by far the best way to improve your connection to Valorant is going to be by using ExitLag. ExitLag is the premier software for solving any issues you have with high ping and packet loss through key features like their AI route optimizer, which identifies the best routes for your data packets in real time, and their dynamic stabilizer, which routes data packets through up to 4 paths simultaneously. You can rest assured your packets are in good hands with ExitLag. Simply create an account on their website from the link in the description or pinned comment and download ExitLag to activate your 3-day free trial. Once it's downloaded, you can log in using your info from earlier, and as you can see, when you log into ExitLag, it begins immediately analyzing routes for you. To use ExitLag on Valorant specifically, click the library button and type in Valorant. You can then click on the server and either use the automatic choice, or what I like to do is set it manually and click apply routes. ExitLag also now offers duo and squad plans, so if you and your Swift Play duo are having terrible internet problems, you can now get a duo ExitLag plan to solve that issue at a discount. To give you guys an idea of the difference ExitLag makes, here's my ping before and here is my ping after ExitLag. So make sure to try it out by clicking on the link in the pinned comment or description, and thank you to ExitLag for sponsoring this video. Now let's get right back into the optimization guide. Now let's talk about what optimizations you can make inside of Valorant. First, head to your settings and under the general tab, find the network buffering setting. If you have a lot of packet loss or ping spikes, change this setting to maximum. And if you only have a small amount, change this setting to moderate. This setting will give you a smoother gameplay experience. After that, you're going to want to head to video and then graphics quality. Here, you're going to want to turn off VSync. This basically locks the game's frame rate to your monitor's frame rate. So if you're on a 60 Hz monitor, for example, it could feel like you're lagging when you aren't. The next thing you're going to want to do is open your Google Chrome, head to settings, go to the system tab. Next, you'll want to turn off hardware acceleration and turn off continue running background apps while Chrome is closed. After that, head back to the search bar and type in background apps. You can either turn off every background app at once or go through them individually and turn off the ones that you don't want. But I'd recommend just turning them all off since they can eat up your bandwidth. Something else that's easy to overlook is going to your task manager and turning off any startup apps you might not want running all the time. This can help save you some performance, and some of these apps will actually update while you're playing and cause you to lag spike. While we're in the task manager, make sure you launch Valorant. Once Valorant's open, click on the detail tab and scroll all the way to the bottom and right click on Valorant Win64 shipping. Set its priority to high and do the same thing with Valorant.exe. Another thing is going to the bottom right of your desktop and clicking this little caret. You can end any program here that's running, and you don't need any of them to be running to get some extra performance as well. Let's go to the search bar again and type in allow an app through Windows Firewall now. Open this up, and once you get here, you're going to click change settings and then allow another app, and then click on the browse button. Head to your local disk, then click Riot Games, then click Valorant, then double click on Riot Client Services, and then simply click add. Once you're done with that, go back to the search bar and this time type in run. In the run bar, type in services.msc. Once this opens up, you can full screen it, then scroll down until you find Windows Update. Once you found it, right click on it, click properties, find startup type here, and set this to disabled. This will make it so you won't get any type of Windows updates while you're playing Valorant, which could lead to some lag. After that, head back to the search bar and type in command prompt. Make sure you run this in administrator. Once you're here, type in ping 1.1.1.1. This will show you a bunch of data, but most importantly, it's going to show you the minimum, maximum, and average ping to this server. Next, type in ping 8.8.8.8. And as you can see, my ping to 8.8.8 is higher than my ping to 1.1.1.1. Your pings will be different than mine, so make sure to keep these numbers in mind and remember which one of these has the lower ping for you. And we'll move on to the next part now. Now we're going to right click on your network in the bottom right and open up your network and internet settings. Once this is open, click on Ethernet and go to change adapter settings. You'll see your Ethernet right here, so right click on it, click properties, and then in this menu, you'll see Internet Protocol version 4, which stands stands for IPv4. Open up the properties for this. You're going to want to change obtain DNS server automatically to use the following DNS server address. This is where remembering which one of those pings was lower is going to be needed. If your ping was lower to 1.1.1.1, you're going to type into preferred DNS server 1.1.1.1, and then an alternate DNS server, type in 1.0.0.1. If you ping better to 8.8.8.8 instead, you'll want to type in preferred DNS server 8.8.8.8 and an alternate DNS server 8.8.4.4. Once you've input the better one for you, make sure to press OK. This should help fix routing issues you might have, so make sure to give this one a try. For the next tip, you're going to want to go to the search bar, type in device manager. From here, go to network adapter. You'll see this Realtek gaming family controller adapter. Right click on this one, head to properties. You'll want to check the driver tab and press update driver just in case yours is out of date, because as you can see, mine is from 2021 and this could be messing with your driver's performance. After that, head to the advanced tab and find advanced EEE. Set this value to disabled. Next, find energy efficient Ethernet and make sure to set this one to disabled as well. Then find green Ethernet and you'll want to disable this one too. Next, scroll down until you find power saving mode and disable this one as well. Finally, scroll down to the bottom and you're going to want to disable Wake on Magic Packet. Wake on Magic Packet System and Wake on Pattern Match. All three of these are important to disable. Now head to the Power Management tab and make sure that both of these options in the Power Management tab are unchecked. After that, head to Google and type in TCP Optimizer. I'll try to link this in the description for you guys, but once you're here, we're just going to install TCP Optimizer 4. After that, you're going to want to open up TCP Optimizer in Administrator and then make sure your current network adapter is selected here. Now, turn on your connection speed all the way up to 100 plus megabytes per second. After that, head to the Advanced Settings tab and go to the bottom right, click on Custom. This will let us change all of the settings here. For max connections per one server, we're going to be changing this to 10. For max connections per server, we're going to be changing this one to 10 as well. For local priority, we're going to set this one to 4. For host priority, we're going to set this one to 5. For DNS priority, we're going to switch this one to 6. And for net BT priority, we're going to change this to 7. Next, for max SYN retransmissions, we're going to set this one to 2. Also, double check to make sure that non-SAC resiliency is disabled. Next, change your initial RTO to 2000. Keep your min RTO at 300. Now for QoS non-best effort limit, we'll leave it blank. And for do not use NLA, we'll set this to optimal. Next, we're going to make sure the network throttling index is disabled and make sure to set system responsiveness to gaming. For TCP ACK frequency, we're going to set this to disabled 1. For TCP no delay, we're going to be setting this to enabled 1. For TCP DEL ACK ticks, we're going to set this to disabled 0. In network memory allocation, we're going to set the large system cache to default 0. And for size, we're going to set this to default 1. Under dynamic port allocation, we're going to set max user port to 65534. And for TCP timed wait delay, set this to 32. Once you've done all of this, make sure to click apply changes and you should be good to go. Next, I want to talk about how important it is to have an Ethernet connection. If you're playing on Wi-Fi and you constantly have issues with your internet where you're lagging everywhere or getting tons of packet loss, you really need to get an Ethernet cord to see if it fixes your problems. The difference is almost night and day. It's really difficult to have a good connection via Wi-Fi simply due to how it works. But if you do play on Wi-Fi and you live with other people, a major contributor to your poor internet performance could be network congestion. If there's multiple people using the internet at once, it could definitely impact your performance and cause you to lag or lose packets, so I definitely recommend getting an Ethernet cord and trying it out. There's a pretty high chance that you won't regret it. One last final tip that's important to remember when it comes to lagging or crashing is to keep your graphics card drivers updated. You can go through either GeForce Experience if you have a NVIDIA card or Radeon software if you have an AMD card. I try to update these every few months so I can keep up to date. These updates also tend to improve your performance overall over time. And I really do hope this video helped you out, and if it did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe and let me know in the comments whether this video helped you out or not, or if you think I missed any tips.